Hello, welcome to Wednesday night chat. Did not think I can make it tonight. It's always crazy weather and I'm busy as hell, but I was able to finish a task of a project so that I can enjoy at least 1 hour break for now. The reason why I'm always seem to be talking about being busy late at night is that my staff work during the day and they give me finished product at the end of the day, and then I take over the project and do my part. So I tend to work more at night between 4 and 9 p.m. for the most part. But today they were able to finish their portion a little bit earlier, so I was able to work on my portion a little bit earlier, and I was able to finish it just about 20 minutes ago. So a quick dinner, and here I am. I can enjoy the night at least for another hour before they send me more stuff. My staff work very hard. I'm blessed. I have one of the best employee that I can have in the past many years, and you know, when she works, I works. Comic book station is only 4 here. Yes, you must be in California, sunny California. But 74 Scrugan, hello, how's it going? Um, it's going well. I'm super busy, so I'm just hanging there. And for those that play Pokemon Go, uh, I finally download the game to my iPhone 2 weeks ago and let Anthony play. He's the one that borrow it and walk around. And he showed me his progress so far. Just so for those that wonder what's going on with my Pokemon Go, more so my son, he has 37 out of 148 Pokemon. Um, he's level 10, whatever that means. You know, so yes, so I do play Pokemon Go a little bit for him when he's not around or when I'm going somewhere that he know may have Pokemon around. He asked me to turn on the game and grab some Pokemon for him. I had done that a few times and I probably got maybe 4 out of the 37 or so Pokemon that he got, but enough of the Pokemon talk. How's everyone's doing? Um, a couple weeks ago, I dug into some garbage box, as I mentioned. Some box that I thought have not no good stuff in it. So, and I brought out these 2 books that I dug out, and I did not finish go through that box until recently when I finally dove into it and dug out some nothing great, I don't think, but I got this Warlord number 1. Eh, not I think the first appearance of this character was Ken Kim. Hello, I think Sushi X is in the house. You must be getting ready for the dinner crowd. No, Jorge, I have not seen it yet. My wife and I definitely want to go see it. We just cannot find the time. Um, we asked Anthony if he wants to go, and he said no. So we had to figure out how to go to that movie when he's not around, or his cousin. His cousins are coming for. Oh, look like my computer froze there. Um, Two of Anthony's cousins is coming down this Saturday and stay with us for the whole week. So my wife and I uh, is seeing if we can find a time where we take all. They are older. They are One is 3 years older than him, and one is 1 year older. Maybe we can get lucky and all five of us can go to the movie. The three of them can go see Ghostbusters or something else, and then we go see Star Trek. So that's the plan. The plan right now is, unless we find a way to ditch the kids, we have no choice but wait to see Star Trek or even Jason Bourne. Can't do that. But in the box, and then this book. I think this book is the first Blue Beetle. It's decent condition. Okay, it has some stain or some issues on the back edge of the cover. Can't see that right here. See some water stain or water damage or something like that right here. It's about 6.0 ish, but I have not looked at this. But I think this is gonna be a sweet read, to be honest, because I'm looking at some of the Jorge would like this. Jorge, if you're a Steve Ditko fan, it looking pretty good as far as Ditko art inside of this book. So I can't wait. And to be honest, I've been so busy that I have not even read these two. So I have some Silver Age Ditko goodness from Charlton to read. So that's on my cool stuff I found from the garbage, the garbage box, as I call it. Like I said, it's fun to dig some stuff that would consider garbage even 3 years ago. Now all of a sudden it's cool stuff. I am familiar with the Killing Jokes. Jorge, I have the book. Ooh, 74 Screwgun, get the ticket. Suicide Squad opening when? I'm guessing in 2 weeks. I could be wrong, but if I had to guess, I would say in 2 weeks, because I think Jason Bourne coming out this week, right? So with Jason Bourne, sadly, I heard quite a average kind of buzz on Jason Bourne. So I'm kind of bummed. I have not, I'm avoiding the details of why it's not a great movie, because the trailer looked amazing. But from the few trusted people that I know, the buzz is that it's a decent movie. Not hello, Dead Clone. Hello, Key Issue Comics. Have you have time to answer a grading question? Absolutely. Go ahead, shoot me the question, send me the scan, whatever, however. You can get me the scan to help you with the grades. I can do that. I'm back. Can everybody see me? I'm back. I had to. My computer was frozen. All kind of crazy stuff going on the screen. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I have to um, open a different browser. I shut out of Google Chrome and start up another chat using my what was it that I used? I used Safari. So goodbye Google, hello Safari. So hopefully that's is uninterrupted goodness. um, Regarding the comment on Ditko, I agree. Ditko definitely could use somebody like Stanley filling in the words. Stanley, love him, hate him, like him, you had to agree that he does have a gift for writing compared to Ditko or even Kirby. I think Kirby is a wonderful artist, no doubt about that. But certainly, I think his dialogue is not as entertaining and fun to read compared to Stan Lee dialogue. But that's just me. Okay, I have heard many people complaining that Stan Lee dialogue is corny, stupid, blah blah blah. So to each their own. I just know that when I read Jack Kirby's writing or Ditko writing, it's definitely not as exciting compared to reading Stanley. Stanley writing to me has always been more fun. uh, Key issue. Somebody have a question regarding grading. Did I miss it? Sorry, my chat thing went crazy. I had to relaunch it. But somebody, I thought I saw somebody say something about Rust. Rust does get a downgrade. Okay. Now the problem with Rust is the severity of Rust. Without seeing how severe it is, it's hard for me to say how much it will ding the grade. Jorge, jump in. Yes, Neil Adams' writing is not my bag. Even back in the 80s, okay, I bought a lot of Neil Adams book at Continuity when he was writing and drawing and doing everything. And I had to say that every single one of those books are subpar in stories and dialogue. The art is beautiful, but woo, the story, woo, the writing, me no understanding. A lot of nonsense. Finley Humes. I don't think I have ever had Finley in the chat. Welcome. Okay, key issue as no scan. It is a French book, but it was Werewolf by Night 32. It looked great, but it has a few spine tick that break colors. 3-inch color break increase on the back cover. Okay, now based on what you say, key issue, Chaz. Okay, for those that are not familiar with key issue comics, he's check out his channel. The maximum that book can be is a 7.0 maximum. Okay, with a 3-inch. I'm more inclined to give it a 6.5. Okay, because to me, unless a book is like flawless, like beautiful edges and corner in the 9-ish, a book that would be 9.0 or better, but it has a 3-inch crease, maybe that can get you a 7. But based on what you say, this book had other flaws, dings, and color breaking creases on the spine, and maybe the rest of the other corners are not perfect. With a 3-inch corner crease, I'm comfortable saying more a 6.5. Okay, hope that helps. Jorge, I have some more monster book for you. So if you want to see more monster book, I can do a few more videos for you for sure. Finley Hume, can you look at the first video on my channel? I will. After the chat, I will try to remember. If you sub to me after the chat, I will sub back to you, Finley, and check out your first video. And for those that subs to me, but I don't sub to you because you don't make videos for until now, feel free to let me know. That I whenever somebody sub to me, I always do the courtesy of sub back, unless the channel has no videos. Okay, if somebody sub to me and I go to their channel and they have no videos, no sub, then I usually do not sub. But occasionally, that YouTuber eventually make videos and will let me know that they are starting to make videos. Can I check out their videos, critique or whatever, and then I will sub. So if you are one of those YouTubers that have never made videos before but have subbed to me, most likely I have not subbed back. Feel free to let me know and I will sub and watch your videos as much as I can. Okay, that's one of the things that I try my best to explain to people, is that at this point of my YouTube career, being on YouTube for 3 years and sub to hundreds of people, it's hard for me to stay on top of new videos. Trust me, I don't have time to watch 50 videos a day. Oh, for those that notice, you notice the new glasses? Yes, this is bifocal. This old man finally got bifocal. I can see, even though I only got this, I picked this up yesterday. So this has only been roughly 26 hours since I put on this new glasses, and it took a little bit for my eye to get used to it. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the right, just the right place to put my glasses to see everything the way I want to see. Thank you. But yes, finally I can see the screen. Up until yesterday, small print on the screen. I sit basically an arm length away from my screen, okay? And I have a hard time seeing the screen. I was misreading things left and right on the screen. It was bothering the hell out of me. So it's time. I'm going to be 50. I will be 50 years old in 3.5 months. Finley, I am from Vietnam, not China. I am Vietnamese. Oh, we have somebody from Wales. For now, you are the only one commenting. Yeah, there's Jorge is back. I saw the anime Killing Joke movie as with watch it. I don't think I'm right. I agree. I tend to agree with you, Jorge. Bianchi will be 48 in 2 months. Hello, Goomba is here too. I can be honest and say that Watchmen, as far as the comic book, was good for me. I enjoy it, but I did not have this out of body experience like a lot of people. When I watch, most YouTubers seem to love Watchmen. I have heard Watchmen being mentioned as one of the greatest, the best, you name it, all the accolade that you can get. I have heard on YouTube among many people on how wonderful and great the book is, and to be honest, I'm okay with it. I read it when it came out. After hearing so many people rave on how great it was, I tried to read the run the second time, and I could not finish it. I got bored. So I can be honest and say that I'm in the minority when it comes to Alan Moore. I think his writing is okay. I do not put him up there as a grader of any kind or any sort, and I'm sure that will irk a lot of people. But at least I can be honest about it instead of trying to be cool like everybody else and say Alan Moore is the greatest. He's not. Not for me. Thank you, Jorge. At least I find another person that did not think that that book is the greatest thing since sliced bread. It is not. It is not. Okay, it's average. It's okay. I would recommend people to read it, but I wouldn't say that it's a must read of any sort whatsoever. Bianchi, yes, I am. In the first part of this video, I downloaded Pokemon Go on my iPhone for my son 2 weeks ago, and it took until like last weekend. Finally, last weekend, he's just like, okay, let's play that. So he and I went to the park. We walked around, and he loved it. So Anthony has been obsessed with it for the past few days. For Pokemon Go, I can tell you he has 37. Okay, he has 37 different Pokemon. He's level 10. It's my iPhone, but it is his game since I let him use it to walk around. I'm too old for this nonsense. I don't understand all this stuff. But yes, so there is a Pokemon Go on my phone. And Anthony's strongest character is somebody called Golduck and Arbok with CP 477. Whatever that means. What CP mean, I don't know. But he has Pinsir, Dragonair. But yeah, like I said, it's can't see it on the, but yeah. Do you know Algeria? Have you seen Star Trek yet, Nick? No, I have not, Conic. I have not seen Star Trek. I want to go see it. It's just that I have not been able to find the time to go. If my son wanted to go see it, it would have been easy because my wife wanted to see it. The three of us would have go see the movie. But my son has refused to cooperate. He's like, I don't like Star Trek. That looked very boring. I do not want to see that movie. He liked to do this. Anthony liked to do the Vulcan sign, but when it comes down to watching Star Trek movie, he has said no. So because he said no, we have to wait until we can find a way to ditch him with a babysitter or his cousins next week before we can go see that movie. Finley asked, why do kids curse and they're not supposed to be in real life? I think kid curse. I heard Anthony my son is 9. He has a few friends as well as his cousin. His cousin is 1 year older and 3 years older, and they curse a little bit here and there. They definitely curse more when we are not around, when there's no adult around. So I don't have a problem with that. And Anthony understands my view on cursing. I don't like to hear it. He heard me curse many times. Anthony has heard me say the F word, the S word, many, many times when I get angry and mad at things. So he understands sometimes in anger, it's almost therapeutic to let it out. Oh, Jorge, so are you playing Pokemon Go too? why do kids swear on the internet and not in real life? Oh, just that's easy, Finley. It's easy to answer that question because on the internet, a lot of people behave very differently. Just like the way people uh, have flame war on the internet, a lot of people are keyboard warriors when it comes down to the internet. It's easy to insult people. It's easy to be mean, be nasty, and get away with it. That's why the internet is in many ways uh, uh, a vehicle for bad behaviors on many people. I have mentioned this many times, Finley. If you watch my channel and watch older videos, I often has brought this point up when it comes down to the internet, whether it's YouTube or Twitter or any other social media, is that we, even adult, behave very differently. When we don't like somebody, when we disagree with somebody in real life, we do not confront people that we don't like or don't get along with. We don't get into their face most of the time. We do not get into their face and tell them how much we hate them, how stupid they are, blah, blah, blah. But on the internet, it is so easy to be a keyboard warrior and type nasty, offensive message to people that you disagree with. And that's the problem, okay? The filter doesn't exist for the internet. First appearance of Eternity is highly underrated. Space Baby, I agree. Eternity is a great character, and I foresee bigger things for him in the Marvel Universe because of Doctor Strange, assuming that Doctor Strange will caught on, okay? Jorge asks, original art question, if you could pick Colon, Dracula, Kirby FF, or Bushima Surfer. Oh, that's a tough one. Oh. Uh, uh, wow. I guess all three is not part of the question. Um, well, Jorge, I will go with what I have, since I have done that based on my no doubt. Fantastic Four FF is high on my wanted list, but it's very expensive. Gene Colan is cheapest compared to Bushima Surfer, but I love Bushima Surfer, so I bought Bushima Surfer. So of the three that you listed, I have considered all three many times, and in the end, I went with Bushima Surfer because it is not as expensive as Fantastic Four from Kirby, but it looked awesome. Sao Bushima Adventure. Sao is underrated. You know, Sao is for a long time, and if not forever, will always going to be overshadowed by Big Brother. The comic preacher, you still here? Yes, the preacher picked the surfer. Well, he said that he guessed it. I know it. Uh, Bianchi, I love the Wonder Woman's trailer. Love it. The Justice League stuff was okay. The Doctor Strange stuff was okay. Um, I did not go gaga goo goo with the Justice League trailer or clips because it wasn't really a trailer. It was more like a bunch of scenes they cut together for Comic Con, and it looked good. You know, it wasn't like mind blowing because there was not action. Okay, there was no action in those scenes for the most part. So it was kind of lackluster in the wow factor compared to the Wonder Woman trailer, where it is just like full on awesomeness action. Um, Maybe I need to do a teaser, a teaser, a Bushima Silver Surfer teaser. How about Mobius? Batman Year One or Ditko Spider Man. Um, ooh, I'll go with Ditko Spider Man. I mean, I would love to have a Ditko Spider Man page, but that'd be way too expensive. I would then go see with the choice you just gave me, Jorge. It would be like the Kirby FF, too expensive. Ditko Spider Man is way crazy expensive. You can buy a car, okay? You can easily have to spend $50,000 to get a Ditko Spider Man page. So yeah, that's out of the question. Um, Nick, are you interested in any of the new storyline that are going on right now? The answer is no. Sorry, my friend. I cannot bring myself to buy modern books. Not to say that I don't buy modern books. Most likely, I will buy the stuff 3 years, 5 years down the road. I have done that quite often. I have a lot of modern books in my collection to read, to enjoy, but I usually buy them uh, 3, 5 years after they came out when they are in the dollar bin. I'm not paying $3.99 for them. I pay $1 or less. I would love to have a Gil Kane Spider-Man page. I would love. For sure. Spider-Man Bronx with Gil Kane and Romita is sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Do I care? The truth is because I don't read them right now, then I can't say that I care about them. So, it's not because I don't like them. In all honesty, it's not. It's just that I don't have time. I mean, um, you should read Jupiter's Circle. Hey, John, Dr. Von Schiller is here. Gil Kane forever. When it comes down to why I don't buy modern comic books, there's a couple reasons. One, the price. Two, the story, for the most part. Three, the art. Four, um, I don't have time to read them. I mean, I mentioned this many times. I absolutely love current modern TV shows. I just finished Stranger Things. I binged through 8 episodes in 3 days. So I need to contact SO Comics, a fairly new YouTubers that want to have a live chat discussing that show. So anyone that want to participate in a spoiler field discussion about the show Stranger Things, let me know. I will have a live chat discussion of that show next week. When? Depend on availability of the participants. Okay, so anybody that want to do that, feel free to shoot me a PM, and I will invite you. Oh, Jack Davis, Neil Adams Batman, or Bernie Wrightson? I had to go with Bernie Wrightson. Are you a flea on a tightrope? I don't know about that. Ooh, Jack Davis passed away today. Did not know that. If that's the case, rest in peace, Jack Davis. A great one. Who do you think is the most overrated new artist? Oh, this is going to get a lot of people pissed off. um, this is going to get a lot of people pissed off. Now, before I name some names of people I think is overrated, it's not because I think they are not good. Okay, Note Vision, hello. It is comic art is not an easy format for many artists, okay, because it's sequential storytelling. It's not something some people excel at. There are people that draw beautiful pictures, but they cannot do sequential storytelling. Okay, so for me, I put sequential storytelling high up there. For those that watch my video, I often talk about beautiful art, but the layout, the panels, all that stuff, it's the whole package. Those, to me, that's the artists that can excel drawing sequential arts are my favorite comic artists. When it comes down to cover artists, where a lot of these new modern artists can, draw a beautiful covers with sexy lady, that's all nice and eye candy, absolutely. But when it comes down to sequential art, I think many of these great cover artists just do not excel. Okay, so in that, I put them as overrated. Okay, it's not that they're not good, but if you know, without me even had to name names, I'm sure you can figure out what I would say, who I would say is overrated, because many of these names do not draw sequential art. All they do is draw 2 or 3 covers each month, and they're all nice and sexy, and they all look the same. After a while, all the female look the same. Adam Hugh. Does he draw beautiful women? Absolutely. Absolutely. Sexy, beautiful. But I look at 50 different covers, and after a while, they all look the same. They all look the same with different custom, okay? All the face, body, curve, all that, they are beautiful. But when it comes down to comic book artists, I think he's overrated. He's a great cover artist. I would not put him as a great comic book artist. Does that make sense? Is that make sense? So without naming more names, you can throw in all the guys that do covers only. Okay, all the great artists that now look at Alex Ross, who does the beautiful painting cover. If you see his sequential arts, they are beautiful. He does a lot of covers, and he doesn't do a lot of sequential interior arts, but the few that I've seen are just gorgeous, beautifully drawn. Okay, so he's not on the list of overrated artists, even though he does amazing covers. So if you want to know who I think are overrated, just think of all the artists that only draw covers. Okay, to me, those are overrated. Yes, key issue. I don't understand the people that think that I like Frank Cho. Okay, Chaz, I like Frank Cho. But Frank Cho has always drew sexy, curvy, and thick female figures. So, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I can say that, I have many of his stuff, and some of them look great, pretty, cute, sexy, and some just look way too muscular for my liking. So I have seen those Wonder Woman drawing, and quite frankly, I see nothing great about those. Well, Bianchi disagree with me, which is okay. Yeah, storytelling is, when it comes down to storytelling, it's tough. It's tough. Like one of the authors that I like and dislike as far as storytelling is Jim Lee. I had said this in many conversation with my friends that I am a huge Jim Lee fan, but I can tell you as an X-Men collector, I found his X-Men drawing to be they are great drawing, but his storytelling in those X-Men books are not to my liking. Not to my liking at all. I had never thought Jim Lee was a good storyteller. Never. Never have from day one. Pretty pictures, not good storyteller, but that's just my opinion. I'm sure there's people out there who will say, are you out of your mind? Jim Lee is God. Yes, I am entitled to my own opinion. Yes, sadly, as many people will agree, a lot of people don't buy the books for the interior stuff anymore. So you have a lot of people that just cover collecting, and that seems to be more dominant today than ever. Okay, I can tell you, covers always matter. Covers brought people in. Cover drew attention, no doubt. Nobody disagree with that. That's the reason why DC pimped out Neil Adams to do a dozen cover every month in the 70s. Covers sell. But even back then, people read the stuff inside. Not so much today. Not so much. I need to bring up my teaser of my Silver Surfer page. Where is my I took this out of the vault recently because I need to change some painting, some original arts on the wall. As you notice, there's only one here. All the other piece has been taken down because it's time to rotate the art. So I went to the vault and took out the big portfolio. Can you imagine the goodness in here? Can you? Can you? I think ETA Nick's drawing are overrated. Yes, never claimed to be a great artist, my friend. Let's see. It's not very well organized. Cook died. Oh man, Don Cook. Oh yeah. Darwin Cook died. Was it last month or early July? Yeah. Yes, there have been a few great ones that passed away. Oh man, this is gonna be a nightmare trying to locate that page. Since there are just so many in here. Yes, for those that get offended that I think Adam Hugh is overrated, get used to it. Get used to be offended by me because, to be honest, I don't give a shit. I am entitled to my own opinion. That's something that people on the internet seem to forget. It's just like, oh, How can he say that? They call free speech. It called not jumping on the bandwagon. That's the problem with a lot of people, a lot of bandwagoner. I have a lot of art from a lot of unknown people. Alrighty, I had enough of this nonsense. Some of this stuff I have shown before. Alrighty, where is that? Where is that Silver Surfer page? Well, I wouldn't say I'm a gangster. Look at this beautiful page. I like it. How about this one? Dun, 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 dun. Well, I have shown this before, but maybe Jorge has never seen it. Jorge, speaking of Jack Kirby, here's my one Silver Age Jack Kirby. It's the Captain America page. Okay. And look at this. Look at the price tag on this back in the good old days. Yeah, $30. I don't think I paid $30 for this page. But there you go. That's a Kirby. I might put that one up. I might put this one up there. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Oh, you want to see Comic Preacher? You want to see that page again? Ink by Sid Shore. Okay, Sid Shore. Jack Kirby. Ink by Sid Shore. Sincerely signed by Sid Shore on the back. Okay, I found the Surfer page. This is just going to be a teaser, okay? A teaser. I'm not going to show the entire page. I just had to save it for... I'm sure those that are familiar with the Silver Surfer will know where this page comes from. But here we go. Are we ready for a Silver Surfer John Buscema teaser? Sweetness. Oh, sweetness. Yes. Sweetness. I always wanted a Silver Surfer page where you can see the faces of an Silver Surfer, the way John Buscema drew him, had that anguish, sad face, and I wanted a page that exhibit that face, and that page, yeah. Yes. One of these days, I will give a closer look of that page. But yeah, it's definitely one of my prized possessions. That's for sure. One of my prized possessions for sure. This weekend, I will do some shuffling around up here. No, sadly, I don't have enough to be like Gappy. I would love to be like Gappy. But yes, when it comes down to Bashima, I wanted a Silver Surfer page more than anything else. Just like Gene Colan. When it comes to Gene Colan, I want a Daredevil page. And someday I will get a Daredevil page of Gene Colan. New Adams, I would love to have some stuff, but I have enough New Adams original arts. I don't need any more. It's not the piece I really wanted, but at the same time, I am not going to spend any more money on New Adams stuff. I have enough. Thank you, AG. Yes, it's worth. Like I said, the way I see it, I plan to be on YouTube for many years to come. So there is no need to bring out everything. I will bring out something here and there every year. So there's no need to bring out everything and name this the greatest channel on earth. That's not the intention. Thank you, Comic Preacher. Do you plan on framing any of those Space Babies? I do. Space Baby, if you watch my channel and well, if you follow, because the angle of the live chat and the way I shot a lot of video, you don't see it, but I used to shoot the video from a different angle and show you 2 or 3 of the arts on the wall. I rotate the arts every 5 to 6 months. So whatever piece I have, the only one that has stayed on this whole past 2 years has been the drawing by Dr. Von Schiller. If you haven't, can you see? There you go. But you notice everything else is down. Okay, I usually have 3 other drawing on this corner. There's other places in the house that have things hang up, but I do rotate the arts every 5 to 6 months, just so that they are protected, not faded, and it gives me a different look. I have a lot of original arts, and I don't have enough wall space to show to put everything up. So the best thing for me to do is every 6 months I just go around the house and rotate everything and flip flop things and give a different look. Evan Jalan, Evan, thank you, but definitely I do not try to be the greatest. Not vision. Oh, I wish I can take credit for anything with Marvel. I have none. No contribution from me. Jeff G. Lashley is now a Marvel guy. Does Uncanny X-Men inside Artistry? I don't know. I guess that comment is for somebody else, since I don't know anything about Lashley. Did he appear on some YouTube chat on Comic Book Fanatics? I think Ken Lashley. Apology if I butcher his last name, but I remember seeing him, I think, twice on Comic Book Fanatics chat on Sunday. Yes. Okay. Whew. The old man memory has not slipped. Yes, I will be 50 shortly. I need to check out his stuff. I'm not familiar with Ken's work, But then again, I have not even buy a modern X-Men book in a decade. So I can't say that I am familiar with Ken's work at all. I have seen him in Comic Fanatics chat twice now, and he seemed very nice. He seemed very fun, easygoing, the kind of creators that are very uh, easy access for fans, which is great. I love to see creators that are like that. Not every creator are very warm to fans or want to talk to fans or interact with fans. So it's nice to see a creator that's like Ken. So kudos for him to be so to have such an open door policy to appear on live chat. Nick always wanted to ask, I know you sold a lot of books, but do also consider the ASM 1 to 701 in which you still try to achieve? I don't try to achieve that anymore. I sold the major. I had, okay, I had a run of Spider-Man from Amazing Fantasy 15, issue 1 through 129 in slabs, complete, except for issue 42 in slab. Issue 42 and 50 was the only two that was not in slabs. I had that run and I sold 90% of that already. I have replaced many of them with raw copies, but the desire to complete that run, the desire to complete any run, are long gone. I can be honest to say that I buy here and there, but it's not my desire to buy stuff is pretty much gone. Speaking of stuff, I forgot to bring out I didn't get this. I got some random act of kindness in the mail last week. I forgot to show. A YouTuber, Windy City Comics, sent me this book. He know that I'm a fan of Golden Age, so he sent me this book. I have not looked through it. I've been so busy, have not looked through it. But it has some stuff. It has, check out this Hangman cover with the Nazi. Yeah, that looked pretty sweet. That looked crazy with the axe and everything, right? So, thank you. And Windy City Comic is from Chicago, so he also sent me an item that most people probably wouldn't care, but I like it. It's a convention pamphlet, Chicago Comic-Con. Okay, he's from Chicago, Windy City Comics. It's a program from 1984. It's funny, his mother signed it. He went to the convention with his mother, so that's his mom's signature right there. But it say audio is gone. Hopefully it's not gone completely. Let me know if the audio is okay. Otherwise I might say goodbye, because it has been 1 hour. I have been chatting for one. But when it comes down to conventions and today, a lot of people think that today with the signature stuff, it's out of hand and something different from years past. Sure, it's different from the past, but I can tell you, even in the 80s, getting authors or creators signature have always been there. The desire to have Jack Kirby, Stan, or Gil Kane or anybody else sign has always existed. Maybe not in today kind of fever, because today fever has money behind it. People don't just get something signed because they love. Back in the 70s or the 80s, when you see Gil Kane or Jack Kirby, they sign for free. People love to have a signature, but that's the end of it. There is no I'm gonna get this thing signed, and then I'm gonna run to eBay and sell it. Because even in a pamphlet in 1984, this convention pamphlet, there's a whole page for autograph. See that? I have seen many old convention pamphlets like this where people get sketches, have all the sketches on them, and then signatures. So that's the difference between back then and today, is the money behind the signature, the potential for money and the potential for profit behind the signature. And that's is why some creators shy away from signing things at convention, because they simply don't like this whole concept of people making money off their signature. I'm torn about that. Okay? I'm torn about the dilemma between creators and fans and profit. Absolutely. It's a very difficult topic to talk about, because it seems like a lot of people have very strong opinions. A lot of creators have a lot of strong opinions about, oh, I don't like seeing people flipping my stuff. And it's tough. I'm in the middle, where, my view on this whole topic has always been, sure, you have to understand, if you are creators, okay, and today's market, how eBay is, how people are flipping signatures on eBay left and right. They're flipping sketches. So if you know that, then you have two choices. Either you charge the maximum that you think you can get people to pay, or don't attend conventions. Sell your stuff directly. Create your own website. And do all the sketches you want and sell them the price you want. This way, no one is profiting off you. But that's my thing. To me, it's just like, if you go to convention and charge $25 for a signature, and somebody else turn around and flip that book for 50, because there's always somebody that cannot attend a convention. Okay, convention is not cheap or easy for everyone to attend. So there's always people that are willing to pay a fee higher than the cost of acquiring those signatures or sketches, because they understand somebody is standing in lines for hours to get those things, and they need to be compensated for it. Okay, so it's not like people stand in line and have fun. There's people that stay in line for hours. Yes, it's rude to stand in line and then shove 50 books into a creator's face. That I understand. But for those that have 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 items, I don't think, I think it's sometimes silly to see creators getting angry that people are flipping some of the works for profit. Like I said, if you don't like it, don't charge people, don't attend convention, don't sign anything. Do what John Burns do. Boycott the conventions. This way your signature will never be around. Gene, I'm about to go. Gene is here. Gene is about to join his weekly chat with the 4 awesome guys. I'm guessing it's 8 o'clock. The 4 awesome guys usually have their chat after my chat. Yes, Iconic Point. I think it's rude. If I was a creator, okay, if I am a creator and I'm attend a convention, I will have a rule where I would sign 5 items maximum per person. So I don't care who you are. If you push a cart of 100 books, I sign 5 and then move on. I'm not going to sign 100 items for anyone. I don't care if you pay me or not, because there's other people in line. But that's me, because it's up to the creators to come up with a policy of their own. But once you have the policy, you cannot complain if other people make money off you. Okay, that's my view. I'm sure some people would disagree. I can see creators coming to this video and have a cow over my opinions. Yes, Gene, Sean, I mean, it's hard, I mean, for me to attend a convention, even a local one, it would easily cost me $50 in gas, parking, and ticket to go inside. So if I had to pay $50 more to get a sketch or a signature from somebody, I do that. I have paid people to stay in line for me to get a sketch because I cannot attend. So I'm okay with that. I understand the cost of standing in line. So, whenever I hear creators complain about that, I'm just like, you can't fault anyone to trying to recoup some of the cost of standing in line for hours if they sell one item out of the 5 that they got from you. Well, it has been 1 hour. Unless there is any pertinent questions, it's time for me to say goodnight and turn into a pumpkin. As Chaz had always said, yes, Cinderella will turn back into a pumpkin unless there are other questions. So it's a reminder, there will be no chat this Sunday. No chat. I want to have a chat every Wednesday and Sunday, but this Sunday is going to be hectic and crazy. I have a niece and a nephew coming this weekend to stay with us for the whole week. So it's going to be very hectic with me, doing things with the family, the kids. So no chat this Sunday. Nick, what are your current collecting goals? I wouldn't say I dislike run. I just have no desire to complete them. Okay, I think that's a difference between saying I dislike run. I buy a lot of stuff that people don't care. As far as my collecting goal, I don't really have one. I buy things I like. I don't chase keys. I don't try to complete runs. I just buy random things that I'm happy to buy for the right price. I think that's the best example of my current collecting situation. Like I said, I have no desire to complete any more runs, but that does not mean that I dislike runs. It's just that I just don't have the desire anymore. Yes, AG, thank you. Live long and prosper, Jorge. Live long, and I will sure to do more Ditko early monster book for you. I have at least 3 or 4 more books easily in the collection I can do, and they are pretty cool. For example, here's a magazine I bought recently for I think $5, shipping included. It's a mid-grade Dracula Live with an awesome Neal Adams cover. Okay, look at this beautiful covers. My goodness, Neal Adams at his best. But like I said, it's a mid-grade book with all kind of issues. There's a tear right here on the spine. So yes, $5. Why not? So yes, perfect example that I'm not some kind of high-grade snob that only buy high-grade books. No, for the right price, for the right magazine. I actually enjoy buying black and white magazines. Okay, absolutely. I think they are underappreciated. They're cheap. They're fun to own, to collect, to read, and certainly they're not going to go up. So I wouldn't recommend people buying this stuff for investment reason. If you love the black and white arts, the format, and the cool characters, why not? So yes, I'm not a key chaser. I'm not a hard book chaser, not a variant chaser. I'm just a cool book chaser. The definition of cool, of course, is to each its own. Okay, so I might like this, other people might say poo poo. Okay, it's time for me to say goodbye. It's 8:08. It's time for me to chill. And the next thing on my watch list on Netflix is True Blood season 2. I was going to watch True Blood season 2 last month, but then I got caught up with, of course, Marco Polo, Kublai Vu. Yes, I had to watch that, and then I was gonna watch True Blood, Bloodline season 2, but then Stranger Things came on, and I had to watch that. So now that I'm done with Stranger Things, I'm done with Marco Polo. It's time to watch Bloodline season 2. Okay. So as a reminder, anyone that want to participate in a discussion of Stranger Things, the TV show, feel free to contact me. Next week, I plan to have a live chat, spoiler-filled discussion of the show Stranger Things, and I would love to have 1 or 2 guests to talk about the show. I think SO Comics, a fairly new YouTuber, have already expressed desire to participate, so I will contact him for sure. But I have room for at least 1 more. Okay. Good night. Good evening. Adios.